Tech Info. Today we're doing a follow-up to the last video that I did where we talked about Android 10. If you've not seen that video yet, you might want to go watch that first. So then this video will make a little more sense. We already talked about some of the main features in Android 10 in the last video, like dark mode and some of the new privacy controls. Today we're going to be talking about some of the other features, some of maybe the less talked about features, some of the harder to find features, and do a little bit deeper dive. So let's go ahead and get started. So, first thing I want to talk about today is theming. Apparently, there's going to be some cool new theming options that are going to drop on Android 10 when the Pixel 4 drops later in October. One of my only complaints about stock Android and the stock Android launcher that you find on the Pixel phones is that there's not a whole lot of customization options. A lot of other phones have different UI skins that give you a lot of different options that you can use. Stock Android's kind of boring, to be perfectly honest, but apparently that's going to change here soon. Now, for now, until the full theming option or whatever unlocks, you can change the accent color, which I don't think you could do before on Pi. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments, but for now you can at least change the accent color. So the way you do that is you have to go into your developer options. If you don't have that unlocked, or if you don't have access to that, you have to go into your system settings and click on build number, I believe 7 times. If you click on build number 7 times, we'll unlock developer options, and once you do that, all the way down at the bottom, you will find theme. And underneath theme, like I said, for now you won't see entire themes that you can change, but you can change the accent color. As you can see from the screenshots, I've changed mine to black. I actually really like it. It's got a nice minimalist black and white feel to it. I really like the look of it, and I've been using it that way ever since I discovered it. So, once again, not the whole thing, but a little taste of hopefully some of the customization options that are soon to drop. Next, we have focus mode. Now, focus mode was kind of interesting. When I first turned it on, I thought it would kind of work automatically, like it would. Like when I turned on focus mode, it would automatically shut everything off, wouldn't bother me unless I made some exceptions. Like, okay, I will accept texts, but no notifications from like my games or anything like that, or anything else in the background. As it turns out, focus mode doesn't really seem to do anything when you first turn it on unless you say what apps you specifically want it to block. So when you first go into focus mode, you have to go in and you have to tell it, these are the apps I don't want to have bother me when I turn on focus mode. It seems to work. I've used it a couple times. I don't know how often I'll use it moving forward. I don't know if blocking texts is a really good idea just because you're playing PUBG. If a family member needs to get a hold of you, you should probably get out of your game and see what they need. But if focus mode is something you're interested in, I know a lot of other phones are kind of offering this now. It is on there. It does work, and it might be worth your time to try out. Last but not least, quick replies. Now, I get kind of confused when I use the term quick reply because to me it can mean one of two different things. It can mean that, like when you get a text, for example, and it pops up in your notifications panel, you can swipe down right there and you can answer it right from like an extended notifications panel. I consider that a quick response. However, when you go into the Messages app, the SMS app on your phone, and click on it, and you look at a message, there are suggested responses down at the bottom, like just quick tap and send. Like if somebody says thank you in a text message, Google can sense that. They use their AI wizardry to sense that, and it'll give you like an option of you're welcome, and maybe have a little smiley face next to it or something like that. So to me, there's kind of two different things going on when you talk about quick responses, and what's changed in Android 10 is now they work together. So before, you couldn't use the quick like reply suggestions from the quick reply pull down from your notifications panel, but now you can. Now those same suggestions that you get when you go into the SMS app are also available with the quick pull down when you respond from like your menu screen, or just when you want to respond quickly to a text. This is actually really neat. It's probably the feature I've noticed the most, other than dark mode, obviously, for the last few days. When Android Pie came out, the thing that I really noticed that I wasn't expecting was the volume rocker. They changed how the volume controls worked, and it was much more intuitive, and it really changed how I used the phone, and I really liked it. For this version of Android, the thing that I'm really enjoying that I wasn't sure, didn't know how much it would matter, is having those suggested responses in that pull down with the quick responses. It's really cool. It saved me a lot of time. It's a great convenience, and I definitely encourage you to try it out. If you've got a Pixel and you're on stock Android, next time you get a text, do that swipe down, and save yourself a little bit of time. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully you found this video useful. It's definitely an exciting time to be a Pixel owner or a Pixel enthusiast. The Pixel 4 is right around the corner. Hopefully some new features on Android 10 are right around the corner as well. I'll be giving frequent updates on these developments as they come out, because I'm planning on purchasing a Pixel 4 myself. As always, if you found this video useful, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up and a sub. Until next time, this is Rando Tech Info, signing out.